Every swing analysis for weekend golfers reveals the same fault. 80% of the time, the same move, the same miss, the same frustrated walk to the next tee. You bring the club over the target line, drag it across the ball, and watch it start left and curve hard right. A slice that bleeds distance and direction at the same time. Here's what no one tells you. You can't fix it by trying harder. You can't muscle it straight. The fix lives in 1/2 second window, the transition, and it has nothing to do with your hands. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what's causing it and the one cue that fixes it for good. The over-the-top move is the single most common fault in the amateur game. Swing coaches see it every day. Launch monitors confirm it on every screen, and the painful part, most golfers have been fighting it for years without knowing where the problem actually starts. You've probably tried the fixes. Swing inside out. Keep the club behind you. Drop your elbow. Good advice, wrong execution, because without understanding what drives the fault, none of the cues stick. Here's the root cause. The over-the-top move is a sequencing problem. When your weight doesn't shift into your lead side early enough, your upper body has to compensate. Your shoulders spin open to generate power, and that throws the club out over the target line before your hands ever get a chance to deliver from the inside. Fix the sequence, and the path fixes itself. No hand manipulation required. The fix is one movement cue. Simple enough to think about on the first tee. Effective enough to change your ball flight within a single range session. Let's start with what's actually happening in your swing. At the top of your backswing, your body needs to start the downswing somehow. For most weekend golfers, the first thing to move is the upper body. The shoulders fire, the arms follow, and the club gets launched out toward the target line or past it. That's the over-the-top path. The result, the club face cuts across the ball from outside to inside. If the face is open at impact, you get the classic slice, starts left. Curves hard right. If it's square or slightly closed, you get a pull that goes left and stays left. Either way, you're leaving distance and accuracy on the table every single time. Here's why the upper body takes over. The lower body isn't starting the chain. That's the whole problem. One sentence. Here's the move that changes everything. The first move of every good downswing is a lateral hip shift, a small bump of the lead hip toward the target, not a full rotation. Not a spin. Just a bump, 2 or 3 inches of lateral movement. That's it. That bump does 2 things. First, it shifts your weight onto the lead foot, which loads the hip rotation that follows. Second, it creates space. When the hips move laterally before they rotate, the right shoulder drops naturally, and the club falls into the slot from behind you instead of above you. From that position, you can swing out through the ball. You can attack from the inside. You can finally feel what every instructor means when they say swing to right field. Here are your 3 steps. Step 1, at the top of your backswing, pause for a split second and feel your weight coiled on the inside of your back foot. Your back knee stays flexed. Your hips should feel loaded, not spun out. Step 2, begin the downswing with a bump, lead hip toward the target, just a few inches. Feel the weight shift before your shoulders do anything. This is the move that drops the club behind you. Step 3, now rotate. Once the hips have bumped, let them open fully through the ball. Your shoulders follow, they don't lead. At impact, you should feel like you're swinging out to the right of your target, not at it. That swinging out to the right sensation is how you know the path is correct. Here's the drill that locks it in. Take a 7-iron or 8-iron. Set up normally, then identify a spot about a foot beyond the ball, slightly right of the target line. That's your through ball target. You're swinging through the ball and out toward that spot, not at the ball. Do 20 rehearsal swings, no ball, half speed. Stop at the top each time, feel the coil, bump the hip, and swing out through your spot. 5 reps, rest. 5 more reps, 2 full sets. When you hit balls, 1 swing thought only, bump then turn, not inside out, not drop the elbow. Bump then turn, watch your misses. Coming over the top produces starts left or start left curve right. As the bump takes hold, you'll start seeing shots that launch slightly right of target and hold their line or draw back. That's the club coming from the inside. 2 mistakes to avoid. First, oversliding. There's a real difference between a bump and a lateral slide. If your hips keep moving sideways through impact, still going left past the ball, you'll thin it and lose power. The bump is the trigger. Once it fires, rotation takes over. Don't keep sliding. Second, steering with your hands. The moment you try to feel the inside-out path through your grip, you lose it. The inside-out path is a product of the hip bump. Your hands just deliver the face. Trust the move and stop trying to guide it. Taking this to the course, 1 swing thought, 1 cue. Bump left. Use it on every practice swing before you step into the ball. No path thoughts. No club position thoughts. Just bump the hip and trust the sequence. Here's your 3-point takeaway. 1. The over-the-top move is a sequencing problem. Your upper body fires before your lower body has a chance to go first. 2. The fix is a lateral hip bump at the start of the downswing. Lead hip toward the target before the shoulders do anything. Bump then turn. 3. 20 slow-motion rehearsal swings per session. No ball, feeling the bump and the through-ball path. Let your ball flight tell you when it's working. Give yourself 2 weeks and 3 range sessions. That's enough time to start overriding the old pattern, and you'll feel it on the scorecard, not just on the range. Fewer balls in the right rough, more fairways, better approach distances. The fact that you're here working on the root cause instead of just grinding through bad swings puts you ahead of most weekend golfers. Keep going. If you want to accelerate this at home, the Lag Shot 7-iron Swing Trainer is the best single training aid I've found for grooving this exact sequence. It's weighted and flexible. The design physically reinforces lag and the inside-out path because you can't come over the top with it and still maintain the right feel. I've linked it below, https://www.amazon.com/dp/b0br4zqtz5. Tag equals CMS 200-2600-20. No Tour Pro budget required. Subscribe for new tip every week. Next video covers the one drill that breaks the early extension habit, another fault that shows up in nearly every swing analysis I've seen. You won't want to miss it. What's your miss right now, slice or hook? Drop it in the comments. I read everyone, and your answer might shape the next video. Save this so you've got the drill ready next time you head to the range. It's easy to forget the cue in the moment.